This is the tutorial about creating a new entry. To access this feature, you can click on the New Entry button that you see in the shortcut window. You may also click on the Operations tab on the menu bar and select the New Entry option from the drop-down menu. If you prefer to use your keyboard, you may press Ctrl-N if you're using Windows or Apple-N if you're on a Mac. Then the New Entry window will open. In the Preference section of the software, if you selected the option to automatically display the current date for a new entry, it will appear by default. However, if you did not select the option, then you will have to enter a date in this field. If you plan to make several successive entries, you can store the date by clicking on the padlock icon in order to temporarily freeze the date. After, the next step is to select an active file by using the Browse button. After selecting the file, you will immediately see the name of the matching client for that file. By default, the software will identify all employees that are part of the team working on that file. Of course, you will be able to pick any other employees whether they are part of that team or not. But please note that if you select an employee who is not part of the team, WizSoft will ask you first if you would like to add this employee to the team, so you can make an entry. After selecting an employee, you will notice that WizSoft automatically inserts the basic hourly rate of the employee, as you indicated in the employee's file. You must then select which fee or expense needs to be charged, using the drop-down list. These fees and expenses may be created to fit your needs by clicking on the Profile tab on the menu bar and by selecting the Fees and Expenses option from the drop-down menu. Right after selecting the fee or expense, WizSoft will automatically show you the text that appears on the client's invoice. Also, if you created subdescriptions, these will be available here by clicking on the plus button, and you will always have the possibility to write directly in the text box that will appear on the invoice. After, you would indicate how much time was allocated by the employee. For example, in the field Total Time, if I specify 2 hours for this employee, we immediately see that the billable amount is $180, which equals to 2 hours times the hourly rate. You then have the option to make the entry appear on the client's invoice, but with the no charge mention on it. To do so, you will have to check the No Charge option. And if you wish that the fee or expense be calculated, but the description does not appear on the invoice, you should then check the Hidden option. Finally, if you wish to totally exclude this entry from the invoice, you will have to check the Exclude from Billing option. But even if you selected that option, the history and the financial value of that entry will still be part of the file, even if it was not included in the billing. Then you will have the option to decide if the entry will be subject to government taxes. When you are done, make sure you click the OK button to save this entry. This now completes the tutorial on creating a new entry.